When it comes to marking out your walls for building a Z-panel wall, it's very similar to standard construction. The one difference is that your mark away from the edge of the wall is going to be set back 12 inches versus 3.5 or 5.5 inches. So here I have a line that's been marked out. It's 12 inches away from the wall because that's going to account for the full 12-inch thickness of a Z-panel wall. After your wall has been framed up, you're going to tip up your wall, place it on your wall marks, and then you're going to make sure that it's level in both ways, and then you'll brace it as you would typically. When it comes to placing Z-panels are always placed from the outside of the wall. And you'll see that on the interior face, on the bottom, there is that recess which will actually overlap the top of your bottom plate. So you'll see the Z-panels placed just like this. The screws that you'll use to fasten the Z-panels to each stud is a 2.5-inch triple coated decking screw. And you'll see that there are 4 pre-drilled pilot holes on each Z-panel, and you will put a screw in each hole. A cap panel. A cap panel is a little different than a standard Z panel in the way that the recess on the top is on the interior face versus the exterior face. It's also a little bit shorter, and what this allows for is the top plate on your wall will actually rest right here in this recess. Here are 3 Z panels that have been placed in the wall, stacked on top of each other. Just a few things I thought would be worth pointing out is that the interior face of every Z panel should always be flush with the interior face of your stud. So whether you're using a 2x4 or 2x6, that's always going to be the case. And depending on your wall height will determine how many standard Z panels you stack on top of each other. So this is going to be an 8-foot wall. We're using pre-cut 8-foot studs, so they're 92 5/8 inches long. And with this stud height, there's gonna be 3 standard Z panels, and then there's gonna be 1 cap panel that is placed on top. If this was a 10-foot wall, you'd have 4 standard Z panels and then 1 cap panel.